Hey everyone, hi, Julie from Grace Essentials. Hope you're all doing well. So today we want to talk to you about calling it Wisdom Wednesday and getting some of that wisdom from through essential oils that were mentioned in Scripture. And there are plenty of them. I have about 10 of them to share with you today, but there's even more, but these are kind of the main ones that are listed in the Bible. Of course, when you hear the story of Jesus, you always hear about gold, frankincense, and myrrh. So there's two right there. And there's even some scholars that believe that possibly the gold was either balsam fir or possibly even turmeric. So who knows? Who knows? But very interesting oils, and they have, so many of the oils have these incredible uses, and they were really the medicine of the time. So they were very, very highly traded and necessary to the folks of that time. They used a lot of spices, and they used a lot of essential oils, and even the resins from, if you've never seen frankincense or myrrh resin, it's really interesting. It's just looks like a little crumbles, and that's what comes out from tapping the tree and getting that sap. You've all seen sap out of a tree, but when it dries, it kind of crystallizes and turns into these little crumbles. That's what frankincense and myrrh resin looks like. So, and that's what you probably experienced in church when they use the censer, the incenser. They burn frankincense and myrrh and probably lots of other things in church services. So, some of the oils from ancient scripture. This is just kind of a neat thing that comes. We do have, our Young Living does have a kit that is the oils of ancient scripture, and this is a really neat, kind of real, I don't know if I'll be able to show you very closely, but on this side here is a picture of an ancient, what they believe, or definitely was, an oil distillery. This is what distilleries look like more today, but this is what an oil distillery looked like and how they actually created essential oils. And this is Gary Young from Young Living coming out of like a tomb where he found some of these ancient artifacts that showed how they distilled back then. So super interesting, but I'm going to just read couple of little things to you and just tell you a little bit about some of the oils, because you will see that they are mentioned in the Bible. So one is cassia. I love cassia. If you've never smelled cassia, it is sometimes referred to as Chinese cinnamon, and it's got it's a sweeter cinnamon than cinnamon bark. I always say cinnamon bark has kind of a powdery aroma. This one is more sweet. Really love cassia. So cassia has a cinnamon aroma, but is chemically different from the oil of cinnamon bark. Best used blended with other essentials or mixing oil to avoid intense feeling on the skin, because it's what we consider kind of a hot oil. So if you were to put this directly on your skin, it would sting a little bit. But here is a little nugget from scripture that talks about this. And it's from Proverbs 7:17. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. And they're referring to cassia when they say cinnamon in the Bible. And when they say aloes, they're actually referring to, I'm trying to find it here, sandalwood. So sandalwood, it was called aloes there's multiple names for plants, as I'm sure sometimes you grow up seeing a flower and your mom called it something else, and then you learn it's got a different name. So many plants have lots of different names, right? So here's another one. Cedarwood, really popular oil, can be used for lots and lots of things, but this comes from Kings 5 verse 10. So Hiram gave Solomon cedar trees and fir trees according to his desire. And it was believed that Solomon's temple was lined with the sacred cedarwood. The cedars are also sacred to the Native Americans. So this is often an oil that is used it's a great oil for helping you get sleepy at night. It's a great oil for hair. It's a great oil for skin. All the wood oils often are good oils for skin. Another one, of course, frankincense. So frankincense, let's see, where are we? Frankincense. Frankincense has that just kind of sweet wood aroma. I love, love, love frankincense. One of my very favorites. I use it pretty much every day. Contains a lot of sesquiterpenes. That's chemical talk in essential oils, which stimulate the limbic system of the brain, the hypothalamus, pineal, and pituitary glands. And it's been used throughout the ages to strengthen the immune system. So when we talk about this being a gift given to baby Jesus, they were often, frankincense was very, very, only the wealthy probably had frankincense, and it was used in a lot of their health preparations to keep them healthy. So some scripture that goes with that is Matthew 2:11. And when they came into the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had their treasures, they presented unto him gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And here's myrrh. Myrrh's a really interesting aroma too. It doesn't have a really strong aroma. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but it's very, very thick. If you can see that droplet, it's coming out really thick, almost like a syrup. And so myrrh is often used, is great for any skin preparations because it's very hydrating, but it is often used to kind of stabilize an entire aroma when a fragrance is created. There's so many here. We have sandalwood, cassia, cedarwood, cypress, frankincense, galbanum, myrrh, myrtle, Ankia is an interesting one. A lot of people have never heard of that one. Cistus, or here's another one that has two names, Cistus or Rose of Sharon, spikenard, and hyssop. These are all really incredible oils that have a lot of healing properties, and it would make way too long of a video to go through all of them. So watch for my emails and my posts on Facebook, because I usually do a real special class around the holidays that is the oils of ancient scripture, and we end up that class with doing this beautiful blessing of the senses, which I did in a video a while back. So watch for that class. We'd love to see you for that class, and enjoy some wisdom through essential oils and the Bible. Have a great day. Thanks.